Okay, so hi guys, my name is Mama, and I'm going to be doing an informative speech about autism. And the purpose of this is to inform you guys about autism because not a lot of people know about how it affects someone. So, um, it's a disease that one of the fastest growing disorders in the world, and there's about 200 cases of it a year. Um, though unfortunately the condition it can't be cured, but it's characterized by various degrees of disability in communication abilities and a lot of repetitive behaviors. I really want to be able to spread awareness about autism because not a lot of people know about what's going on, and I feel like it could connect to anyone in the audience of you guys who knows someone with autism. If you guys have a family member, extended family member who has ASD, so I feel like that would help. And I feel like I have enough credibility about this to talk about it because I have a 9-year-old brother with autism. So I just feel like I know a lot about the topic and I could help out about it. But to comprehend ASD, we have to be able to understand the medications, the manifestations, and what it resembles with. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the characteristics of someone with autism and how you could differentiate someone with it and without it. So there's nothing really physical that can set the difference between someone with autism and without it because this doesn't affect anything like that, but it can affect their communications, how they interact, their behavior skills, and how they learn and look at other people. So their learning, thinking, and problem-solving abilities range from gifted to severely challenged. So some people with autism, they can be really smart, like they're very gifted, so it can help them a lot, and some just need more help than others. So they need help with certain skills like social, emotional, and communications because they're not the same as everyone. So we have to go gentle when it comes to them. And it can affect their daily activities. And if their schedule is changed, it makes them go crazy. They follow the same repetitive behavior and it can't be changed. They have to follow the same thing all the time. They have different ways of reacting to things and listening. So you may think that they're not listening or reacting, but they are. They just don't know how to express themselves. Signs of autism can come from early childhood, start around 18 months up till older, but you won't really get the full symptoms up until at least 2-3 years old, which is why sometimes it's hard to diagnose them early on, but you want to diagnose early on because you can help the treatment that you need right away. Some of their signs are not looking at objects when another person points at them, having trouble relating to others or not having an interest in other people at all, avoiding eye contact in conversations. They could want to be alone. They have trouble understanding other people's feelings or whenever they're talking, or they just prefer not to be around people, held, or be touched at all. Next, I'm going to be talking about how you would diagnose someone with autism. So it's not like you can take any regular blood test, like you go to the hospital, you get scanned, you put in blood in someone and say, oh, what's your blood test? I see that you have autism. It takes different types of tests, which involves like just seeing how they react to things. If you show them something, how they react to that. And they just look at their behavior and developments. They can't be reliable at a very young age, but which is why it's hard to get it diagnosed young, but people try to say to get it done young, but that's the hard part to do it. Many people don't really get a final diagnosis though until at least 3 years old, so it's good to get diagnosis done soon though. Like I said earlier, there's no cure for autism, and research shows early intervention treatments can improve their development though. So with enough therapy, you can get them socializing, working more, and it really does make a big difference. Therapy can start up to 3 years to a person's lifetime if they need it. And those social skills can include helping the children walk, talk, and interact with others. Now, I'm going to show you guys a bar graph, and it's just going to show the increase of the autism rates. So this graph shows information from 2000 to 2014. And from 2000, you can see that the autism rate was 1 in 150 kids, which is still a good amount. But as the years increased by 2, up till 2014, the diagnosis is about 1 in 59 children, which is getting pretty high. And this study was finalized in 2018, so this data is pretty much accurate. But since it's increasing, it at least means every year there's more and more cases with autism, which is why it's important to spread about this, talk about it, and to know about what goes on with it. Like I said earlier, there's no cure for autism, but they can definitely get better. You have to be patient when it comes to people with autism, because if you think about it, they're no different than we are, and we're all the same. They're not any different people or weird creature, alien. Same with anyone with any other disease. They're just like us. Having a family member or knowing someone with autism isn't easy, but it can definitely make you more stronger and compassionate, because you go through what they go through and it affects you as well, not just them. So it changes the person as well as the person with the disorder. The world needs to be more empathetic and inclusive of people with autism. And as a family member of someone who has autism, I really hope people try to show empathy, not to judge, and to understand their emotions, because all they need is for someone to take time with them to understand how they really feel and to know what they're really going through, because not a lot of people will have patience to try to be with them, and that's really the only thing that they need. Thank you guys for listening.